All right, so today we're going to do another step-by-step drawing. I'm going to draw here, you're going to draw there. Yes?
Yes.
All right, and we've got everybody's got your paper turned portrait, and we're drawing on the side that does not have our name on it. And we have to draw big today. And here's what I need you to know. If you take your hand and you rest it on the table and you push down really hard, you can't draw any bigger than this, right? Up, down, and around. But if you loosen up and you barely rest your hand on the table and you move your hand with your pencil, then you can draw big. You can draw as big as the paper. But if you're putting all your weight on it, that hand can't go anywhere.
Because it'll break the pencil.
Exactly.
It'll break the lead.
Exactly. So if you lighten up and you hold your pencil and you don't press down on your hand, you can draw big and you're going to draw lighter marks and it's easier to erase. Got it?
Got it.
Ready to draw? Here we go. Here's the middle of my paper. Find the middle of your paper. Now we're going to go over to this side right here, right in the middle, and we are going to draw. Do I have all eyes up here?
Yes.
We are going to draw a really big circle. Make sure you're drawing big, because if you don't draw big, your picture will turn out tiny. So make sure your hand is moving with your circle as you draw it. Now, the person across from you is going to be drawing on the other side because they're like a mirror. So don't get confused and erase yours thinking you drew it on the wrong side. You're looking up here, you're drawing it on the same side that I'm drawing it. Inside that circle, 2 curved lines, but don't make them touch yet. Now we're going to make them touch. Are you ready? Boop, boop.
I know what we're making. And what?
Oop, kicked my easel. Okay, you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Awesome. Now, here is the center of our paper going up and down. The next line that we draw has to come all the way to the center of your paper. So if your hand is pressing down on that table, it can't make it all the way to the center. That's as big as it's going to get. So I need your hand to be able to move. So practice that movement. Practice that movement. Okay? All right, now watch. Curved line. Not a big heel, just a slightly gentle curved line. Now watch. Ooh, watch. You don't even know where it's going yet. It's going to start right here on the back of this circle, and it's going to curve gently to the center. It's not going to point down. It's just going to curve to the center. Let that hand move with your pencil. Oh, nice. Very nice. All the way to the center of your paper. All the way to the center. Make your line go all the way to the center. Very good. Draw. Nice. Okay, now we're going to do exactly the opposite of this line down here. That way. Do not let them come close to each other. That one's not pointing up. It's still pointing towards the center. Again, go towards the center. Nice. All right. Time for a little math. We got to cut a line in half. Here's the line we just drew. Find the halfway mark. You're going to come down. What? Oh, watch. You got to watch. You're going to come down a little bit and then curve and draw to the center. It's going to end in the same place, but it's not going to go up and touch that one.
Look at this.
Very good.
I think I know
Now,
what it is.
check yours out. If yours looks very similar to mine, you are doing it right. If there's anything you need to change it quickly. Now remember, we don't have to erase the whole thing. If we made this line go up right here, do I have to erase the whole thing? No, I just erase that little part that I made go up. Easy peasy.
You can do
Lemon squeezy. All right. Eyes up here. I hear somebody erasing. Get it fit. You good? All right. Eyes up here. This last line that we just finished. Now we're going to make a line that goes straight down, but it doesn't go all the way to the bottom of the page. I mean, it barely goes down. Now, here comes the big line. Here comes the line that requires the whole arm to be able to move. So show me your whole arm being able to move. Okay, so everybody can do that. So watch. Are you ready? Eyes are up here. This first line we drew. Math again. First line we drew. Halfway. This line is going to go way up. It's going to curve over, make a big hill, and it's going to come way down. My hand couldn't even rest on the paper. It had so much work to do. Oh, draw.
It's Rudolph.
Draw.
It's
Okay,
Rudolph.
halfway. Find your halfway point. Draw a big hill.
Hey, like this.
Hey, like that.
It's Rudolph.
We'll see.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
We'll
Yeah, it
see.
is Rudolph.
All right. Eyes up here. Let everybody get that line finished drawing.
Yes.
These two lines, I want them to hold hands. And I want them to hold hands with a curved line.
Eyes from. I know what it is.
Down here, where these lines joined, I'm going to go up a little bit. Now I'm going to draw a big curved line that goes out, around,
His
and back up.
It's Rudolph. I know.
All right,
It's
now,
Rudolph's head.
tricky lines coming up. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't know if you are or not. Oh, I see a thumbs up. Ooh, I see lots of thumbs up. Okay, I guess we're ready. I got one friend I'm waiting on to get this line, and there she goes. She got it. Good job. Huh?
I don't know how to do the collar.
Let me see. How do you know it's a collar? It's just a collar. Don't do it for it.
Let's make a line.
Okay. Bang. This line doesn't go here.
Look at mine.
Start here. And roll around.
Start right here.
There you go. Okay. Everybody ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Here we go. I need mouse clothes. I need eyes up here. These next two lines can be tricky if you're not paying attention. They're called jump overs. Do you remember this line that we drew here? I really need it to go off the page down at the bottom, but I don't want to draw through this funky little thing we just did. So right here where it ends, I'm going to jump over, make it go off the page. Jump over, make it go off the page. Now what do you think we're going to do over here?
The same thing.
Jump over, go off the page. Y'all are so smart. Okay, so enough down here for now. Let's go back up here to this big hill. Put your finger right here on this part of the line. Good job. Way up here. We're going to draw a curved line that starts up here and goes down and touches that very first line we made. Yep.
It's Rudolph. I know. It's Rudolph. This is his nose. Are we gonna get the color?
We'll see. We'll see. Don't erase everything.
That is not his nose. That's
Right there.
mine. No, that's.
Inside that we just made, make a smaller one. Boop. Inside that smaller one, I need a small oval dot. How do I make that a dot? Yes, ma'am.
You make it small.
Well, I've already made it small, but we learned earlier in the year the difference between circles and dots. Who remembers? Tell me what to do. You were just doing it. Not a little bit little. What do I do to turn this into a dot? Yes, sir.
Just circle.
Color it in. You got it. The difference between a circle and a dot is colored in. It doesn't matter how big it is or how small it is. If it's colored in, it's considered a dot. Very good. Thank you for remembering that.
It's Rudolph.
All right, let's go up here. Back here, we're going to make a curved line that comes up to a point and points toward that corner, but don't go all the way to the corner.
Oh, it's Rudolph, yeah.
From the point, we're going to come down back to the hill.
Definitely Rudolph. Oh, yeah, definitely Rudolph.
Inside, make me a curved line.
Definitely. I look like a dog. It's Rudolph, definitely.
It looks like Scooby-Doo.
Yes. Scooby-Doo. And Scooby-Doo.
All right,
Scooby-Doo.
mouths closed, eyes up here. Everybody ready? On the front of this, give me two twin lines that don't touch each other. They just hang out. They're friends. They're hanging out. Now we want them to hold hands, but we want them to hold hands in a weird kind of way. Are you ready?
Yes.
This top one is going to have one hump, two humps, three humps.
Oh, it's definitely Rudolph. Definitely. Wait, I need to drop it. It looks like you have
You can drop bigger in a minute.
It's like you have
Down here, give me 1, 2, 3,
Rudolph.
4 circles.
Definitely
Inside the circles, are you listening? Inside the circles, give me X's. And then I need you to put your pencils down. In just a minute.
Is Colton in here?
Now, as soon as I have all pencils on the table, we'll chat. All pencils on the table? Thank you. Who have we drawn? Rudolph. I couldn't get nothing past y'all. All right, now, when you color, if you leave this little space right here white and color the rest of the nose red, it's going to look like it's shining. But I have another way for this to look like it's really glowing bright. If you do it correctly, it'll look fantastic. If you do it incorrectly, it will look like he has a hairy nose. And nobody need a hairy nose. That's not going to help Santa Claus at all. Okay? So, here's how you do it. It's lines, and they cannot touch his nose. And if you make the sound of them, it will help you draw them. Watch.
Oh. Yeah, because when it's light, it's bright.
It's bright. Yeah, it does that. Okay? Do it. When you finish, put your pencils down. Now, we have all drawn exactly the same picture, and they look fantastic. But they all look the same, and that's boring. What can we do to make them look different?
You can color them different colors.
You could, but before we color, what else could we do?
Add some things to our picture.
Add some things to our picture. What is this area back here called?
The sky.
The sky, but what's it called? The background. Very good. And what does the background of a picture tell us?
Where they're at.
Where they're at, what the setting is, like a story, right? So what are some ideas that we could use for the background?
Like you could draw a line. Like you could draw a line across it and make it look like, and then the sleep blanket will look like snow.
There you go, line across. to make it look like snow down here and sky up here. What else?
We could make it look like it's in the sky helping Santa Claus deliver presents.
Yes. What else? The North Pole.
Snowflake.
Snowflakes. I'm glad you said that. Put your pencil down, please, and put your eyes up here. Snowflakes are very important in this picture. Put your hands down. I'll get you in a minute. If you do snowflakes, this is the best way to do it because that can stay white. If you do snowflakes like this, because we're going to trace these with Sharpie, then you will have black snow. Never seen black snow.
I never.
Except in New York, and it's just dirty. Okay? White snow. And if you do them like this, you do not want to do 50 bajillion thousand. Because if you do 50 bajillion thousand, you have to then trace 50 bajillion thousand with your Sharpie. And then you have to color the sky in between 50 bajillion thousand snowflakes. So if you do snowflakes, you can just spread them out and we will get the idea that it is snowing. But I don't want you to do just snow. I want to see some other stuff back there. What's some other stuff?
You can draw like the elves.
The elves.
You could draw the sleigh.
The sleigh.
You could draw the slide black because it's like a slide.
Well, I don't want you to color anything in yet.
I forgot.
Forgot.
Color it. I mean, do.
One more thing. One more thing.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Perfect. Now, I want everybody to do their very own background. I don't want anybody to copy anybody else's. I don't want you to copy mine. I want everybody to have an original background. You're going to draw it with pencil. When you're finished, you're going to put your pencils up. You're going to get a Sharpie. Remember our Sharpie rules. We don't smell the Sharpies. What else?
We don't draw on anybody.
Don't draw on yourselves or anybody else.
We don't color in it.
Don't color in unless we colored it in with pencil. And we don't write on our clothes or anybody else's clothes. You got it?
Wait. Okay.
Get busy.
Why,